Yes, good morning, all of you, and welcome back to the online session of microprocessors and microcontrollers class. In today's class, we'll continue the discussion on 8259, that is priority interrupt controller. From last few classes, we have been discussing the architecture, the initialization command words of this 8259. And in today's class, we'll extend our discussion to the operational command words of 8259. Okay, as we have discussed in the last class that this 8259 will have two command words, that is one is initialization command words, that is uh, those initialization command words gives the information to the 8259 regarding the status of the thing. Okay, status of the interrupt signals, status of 8259. Okay, so those initializations are given using the initialization command words. Now the other category is operational command words. So these operational command words, what you can say, decides the mode of operation. Okay, decides the mode of operation. That means the 8259 is ready to operate in different modes so that it can handle the interrupt request that it is receiving. Okay, so let us discuss these operational command words in today's class. Okay, right. So once 8259 is initialized using previously discussed command words of initialization, it is ready for its normal function. That means for accepting the interrupts, but 8259 has its own way of handling the received interrupts called as mode of operation. Okay, that means these operational command words decides the mode of operation of 8259. That means in which mode this 8259 has to operate and how it should handle the interrupt requests that are received from the peripheral devices. Okay, that is nothing but operational command words or operational modes. Okay, so these modes of operation can be selected by programming the internal registers as operational command words. Okay, so we can select the what you can say mode of operation. We can select the mode of operation by writing different command words. So how many number of command words that we can write in order to choose the mode of operation? We can choose or we can write three operational command words. Three operational command words, that is OCW1, OCW2 and OCW3. Okay, so in the three operational command words, every bit corresponds to some operational feature of mode selected. Okay, so we have different modes of operation, and that modes of operation are decided by the operational command word. And in each and every operational command word that we write into the 8259, okay, each and every bit of operational command word that we write gives some feature of that particular mode in which 8259 is operating. Okay, after selecting the mode of operation, that mode of operation will have different features, right? So those features will be addressed by the bits of operational command words. Okay, so except for few bits, those are either 1 or 0. Okay, so the three operational command words will be shown in the following slides. Okay, right. So let us have some what you can say introduction to these operational command words. The operational command word 1 is used to mask the mask, and if it is 0, the request is enabled. Okay, and in the OCW2, the three bits R, SL, and EOI control the end of interrupt, the rotate, and the combinations that will be shown in the following slides. Okay, and the three bits L2, L1, and L0 in the operational command word 2 determine the interrupt level to be selected for operation. If SL bit is active, that is 1. Okay, So these L2, L1 and L0 decides the level of interrupt, okay, only when SL is active. If SL is not active, then these are disabled. Okay, that we are going to see in a short period of time. Just be patient. Okay, and in the operation command word 3, we decide the mode of operation. Okay, actually the mode of operation will be decided in the operation command word 3, and the features of that particular mode will be decided in the operational command word 1 and operational command word 2. Okay, so if ESMM bit, that is enable special mask mode, ESMM means what? Enable special mask mode is set to 1, the SMM bit is neglected. Okay, so what is this ESMM and what is this SMM? These are the different modes of operations of 8259 that we'll see now. Okay, uh, let us not waste time here. I will directly see the operational command words and modes of operation. So these are the operational command words. This is operational command word 1, in which you can either mask or unmask a bit. Okay, so mask set and mask reset. Okay, so for a single 8259 you have 8 interrupt requests. Okay, similarly those 8 interrupt requests can be either masked or unmasked. Okay, so in the architecture you have seen a block called mask register, interrupt mask register. Masking is nothing but it is covering, that means the priority level of that particular interrupt will be masked, that means it cannot be changed. Masking is nothing but which cannot be changed, is nothing but masking. Okay, so out of all the 8 interrupt requests that we have received from the peripheral devices, those will be what you can say arranged in the priority order by the priority resolver of 8259. Okay, after that, out of that, highest priority will be sent and the CPU will be processing. That is a different process. Okay, in parallel, you can also mask the interrupt request. What is that masking mean? So you will resolve the priority by using the priority resolver. Na? Then each and every interrupt will have a priority level. That means priority level 0, priority level 1, priority level 2, priority level 3, up to 7. Okay, the highest priority is IR0 will have the highest priority. That means the interrupt request which is with IR0 line will have the highest priority, and the interrupt request which is with IR0 with IR7 will have the lowest priority. In between also you will have the priority levels according to the lines, interrupt request lines. So those priority levels can be masked. Masked means fixed. Okay, that cannot be changed. Suppose we have an interrupt request from the mouse. For example, we have an interrupt request from the mouse, let us say, and that interrupt request is at line IR3. IR3, that means it is at interrupt priority level 3. Okay, so that priority level of mouse interrupt request can be fixed, can be masked. Okay, okay, so that means the priority level of mask, what you can say, mouse will always be at 3 priority level. That is nothing but masking. Okay, so which bit you have to mask, which bit you have to unmask. That means mask set, mask reset. That means you can release the priority level, you can fix the priority level. So that particular bit will be decided here. Okay, that particular bit masking and unmasking will be decided using the operational command word 1. Okay, so D0, D1, D2 and up to D7 decides the what you can say, bit that has to be masked. Okay, corresponding bit will be masked. Okay? And coming to the operational command word 3. Okay, operational command word 3. We'll discuss the operational command word 2 later. See, let us see what are the contents of operational command word 3 here. See, RIS and RR. Okay, so these two bits combinedly, the contents of these two bits combinedly give you the read operation of interrupt request. Okay, so when to read and when not to read. Okay, see, these two combinations will have no action. These two combinations will have no action. And these two combinations, when it is 1 and when it is 0, the read IRR on next RD pulse. RD pulse means what? Read pulse. Okay. When you get the read signal, the next IRR, interrupt request signal, will be readed by the 8259. Okay. And similarly, this 11 also gives you what? Read IRR on next RD pulse. Okay, that is about the meaning. Next, a D2 bit gives you regarding the pole. What do you mean by this pole and what do you mean by this non-pole? I'll discuss later. Okay, while discussing the modes of operation, I'll clearly give you the meanings of what is pole and what is non-pole. Okay, and this also, SMM means what? Special mask mode, and ESMM means what? Enable special mask mode. Okay, so I'll these also will be discussed later. Okay, and that is about OCW3. Next, let us see what is OCW2. What are the different contents of OCW2? Okay, just have a look at the content. Each and every content, okay, each and every bit, each and every feature will be discussed here. Okay, we have a lot to discuss regarding this operational command words, so it takes a lot of time. For the time being, just look at the contents of operational command words. Okay, so each and every parameter that I am pointing here will be discussed later. Okay, do not be in a hurry, do not get confused also, right? So as I told you, these decides the interrupt levels. These decides the interrupt levels. Okay, when this is active only. Okay, when this particular bit is active, that we discussed now, right? So see, the contents of these three, D5, D6, D7 decides the, what you can say, different commands here. Let us see what are those commands. Okay, so if the value is 001, then non-specific EOI command, and if it is what you can say 011, it is specific EOI command. Okay, so these also will be discussed, and these two will be telling regarding the end of interrupt to the 8259. Okay, so and these three, the remaining three combinations. Okay, the next three combinations will be telling the 8259 regarding automatic rotation. What is this automatic rotation? That also we'll see. Okay, what is the rotation of interrupts? That also we'll see. Rotate on non-specific EOI mode, and rotate in automatic end of mode, interrupt mode, and rotate in automatic end of interrupt. Okay, and the next two combinations will be telling about specific rotation. Okay, the previous combinations gave information regarding automatic rotation, and the next two combinations are giving information regarding the specific rotation. Rotate on specific EOI command, and rotate on set priority command. Okay, and the last combination will not have any operation. Okay, so that is about the contents of operational command words. Okay, so these are the contents of operational command words. In each and every command word that we discussed, we have some things to understand. So that means some points to go in deep and understand. Let me point out the things here. See, so we have discussed about masking, and this operational command word is clear. Okay, coming to this operational command word 3, we need to understand what is this special mask mode, what is this SMM, and what is this ESMM. Okay, these two you have to understand. And coming to the OCW2, we have a lot to understand here. See, what is this non-specific EOI command? What is this specific EOI command? First, we need to understand these two things, and in the next step, you need to understand what is this rotation. First, you need to understand what is this rotation, and rotation in different cases here. Rotation in different cases. When you understand what is rotation, you can automatically understand the conditions for rotation. Okay. So these are the things that you need to understand, and these will be understood while discussing the modes of operation of 8259. Okay, which we will be discussing now. The next will be modes of operation. Okay. The first mode is fully nested mode. Okay, coming to the operation modes of 8259, fully nested mode. Okay, so these will be decided by the operational command words itself. Okay, and each of the features that we discussed now will be seen in this operating mode. Okay, see here, what is this fully nested mode? Okay, put the side heading fully nested mode. Okay, so this is the default mode of operation of 8259. Okay, so you no need to select anything here. Okay, if you just place the 8259 into operation, the default mode without any selection, and without any signal, the default mode that 8259 operates is the fully nested mode. Okay, what is this fully nested mode? And in the fully nested mode, what happens? IR0 will have the highest priority. That means the interrupt line IR0 will have the highest priority, and the interrupt line IR7 will have the lowest one. Okay. When the interrupt requests are noticed, the highest priority request among them is determined by the priority resolver actually, and the vector is placed on the data bus. Okay, that's what we discussed in the procedure in the interrupt sequence of 8086 using 8259. Okay, so the corresponding bit of ISR is set and the remains set till the microprocessor issues end of interrupt command. EOI means what? End of interrupt command, just before returning the service routine or automatic end of bit is set. Okay, this is the actual procedure that we discussed. Okay, this is the actual procedure that we discussed in the previous class. Okay, so what happens? You will be receiving all the interrupt requests through all the lines, and out of them, the highest priority one is resolved by the priority resolver, and that particular bit will be sent to the CPU. And after CPU sends the acknowledgement, then what happens? The in-service register sets that particular bit in the in-service register, and that particular bit which is being served, okay, that particular bit which is set in the in-service register will be reset in the interrupt request register. Okay, so that was the process, and this thing happens, okay, and until the CPU sends the EOI command. This thing happens until the CPU sends the EOI command. What do you mean by EOI command? End of interrupt command. Okay, if this is manual, if you are set into automatic end of interrupt mode in the initialization command word, okay, in the initialization command word 4, we can set to either manual EOI mode or automatic EOI mode. Okay, that will be set in the initialization command words itself. Okay, that we have learned in the previous class, right? If you are set with automatic end of interrupt command, then the interrupt automatically ends after it is processed. Okay, if you are set with manual EOI command, then CPU has to send the end of interrupt command. Clear? Right. If the ISR, okay, if the in-service bit is set, all the same or lower priority interrupts are inhibited. Inhibited means what? They are not in operation. They are set idle. Okay, they are not put into operation. But higher levels will generate an interrupt that will be acknowledged only if the microprocessor interrupt enable flag is set. The priority can afterwards be changed by programming the rotating priority modes, which we'll be seeing later, right? See, what is the meaning of this particular paragraph? Is see, what did I tell you? The highest priority will be served. Okay, so that will be set in the in service register. That will be set in the in service register. Okay, so we have chosen a highest priority one, and that particular thing is set in the in service register, and that is being processed by the CPU. This is what is being happened. Meanwhile, while the highest priority thing is processing, the same priority ones or the lower priority ones will not be put into operation. They will be left idle. They will be left idle until this highest priority bit or highest priority interrupt is processed and that particular interrupt is ended. Okay, this is the thing that happens. But meanwhile, while the highest priority interrupt is being processed, if suddenly more highest priority interrupt enters, let us say, okay, suppose that we are processing the mouse interrupt, which is the highest priority one, let us say mouse interrupt, which is being processed. Now we have an interrupt from the keyboard. Okay, we have an interrupt from the keyboard, which is to be processed, which is having highest priority than mouse, let us say. Okay, let us say. Okay, so now what happens? This particular mouse interrupt which is being processed will be stopped, and the highest priority, which is keyboard, okay, which is keyboard, will be acknowledged by the processor. Now what happens? This mouse will be reset, and this keyboard interrupt will be processed by the CPU, and this process happens only when the interrupt flag is set. Okay, we discussed the flag register of 8086 in our earlier classes. Okay, so in the flag register we have a flag called interrupt flag. When the interrupt flag is set, okay, then the highest priority one, okay, then the already processing highest priority interrupt will be acknowledged by the microprocessor. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, so this is all what happens in the fully nested mode. Okay, so this is the general operation of 8259, and this is the default operation of 8259. Okay, let us see the next mode of operation. So we have been come across this particular word, end of interrupt. Okay, so from last few classes we have been talking about this particular word, EOI, end of interrupt. What is this end of interrupt? See, the ISR bit means what? In service register. Okay, ISR means what? In service register. Okay, so what does this in service register do? It always contains the interrupts that are being processed by the CPU. Okay, it always contains, this particular register contains the interrupts that are being processed by the CPU. Okay, so this ISR bit can be reset either with automatic end of the interrupt bit by the ICW1 or by EOI command issued before returning from the interrupt service routine. Okay, so this is what we discussed just now. There are two types of end of interrupt command: specific and non-specific. This is what important here. Okay, so we can end this interrupt automatically by setting the AEOI command in the initialization command word. That is one process, or otherwise we can end this manually. manually by sending the interrupt, okay, end of interrupt command by the processor, by the processor. And that particular end of interrupt command can be specific or non-specific. What do you mean by specific and non-specific? Okay. So suppose in order to understand this, I'll give you a practical example. Okay. Suppose that what you can say, while playing the game. Okay, let us take the same example which we discussed in the previous class. While playing the game in your mobile, you got a call. Okay, you got a call. Okay, so there are two cases. You can either pick the call or you can disconnect the call. Okay, that you can cut the call. Okay, there are two cases. Okay, if you are if the call is from any friend or any person, then you will pick. That is specific. Okay, if it is from any company or sales call or spam call, then what you'll do, you will definitely cut it. You will definitely cut it. That is non-specific. That means you will have some condition. You will have some condition to what you can say, either pick or cut. Okay, either pick or cut. That is not, that is the thing, but the importance here. When you get a call from a family member or a friend, you will definitely pick it up. Okay, otherwise you will cut it. Otherwise you will cut it. Similarly, end of interrupt also. End of interrupt command will also be sent by the processor with some condition. Okay, when it is sent, when it is asking to end the interrupt, when it is asking to end the interrupt based on some condition, then it is called specific end of EOI, end of interrupt command. If there is no specific condition, okay, if there is no condition to end that particular interrupt, then it is called non-specific end of interrupt command. Hope the point is clear. Okay, if there is any condition to end that particular interrupt, if there is any condition to end that particular interrupt, then that is called specific end of interrupt command. Specific end of interrupt command. If there is no condition to end, then that is called non-specific end of interrupt command. Okay, these are the two types of manual end of interrupt command. When you are using automatic end of interrupt command, then you will not have these specific or non-specific conditions there. Okay, hope my point is clear to you. Okay, when you are using manual end of interrupt command from the processor, then only you will be using these two types of end of interrupt command, that is specific end of interrupt command and non-specific end of interrupt command. Okay, when 8259 is operated in the mode that preserve fully nested structure, it can determine which ISR bit is to be reset on end of interrupt command. Okay, so that is the that is the importance here. Okay, so when 8259 is being operated in the fully nested mode, okay, that we discussed just now. Okay, in that particular mode, you can select a particular bit and you can reset that. Okay, that means you can end that particular interrupt. Okay, so when non-specific end of interrupt command is used, it automatically resets the highest priority bit. It automatically resets the highest priority bit out of the already set. So what is he saying here? When you are using specific end of interrupt command, you can choose a particular bit. Okay, suppose that let me make more clear. See, suppose this is the register. Suppose this is the register here, and you have some, and this is called ISR. Let us say this is called what? ISR. This is ISR. This contains what? The interrupt requests which are being processed. Let us say this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3, 4, 5. These are all the interrupt requests after priority is resolved. After priority is resolved, okay. Before priority is resolved, they will have different positions. After priority resolver, they will have different positions depending upon their priority level. Okay, so we are now discussing about specific or non-specific. Okay, so in the specific thing, what happens? Suppose that this is being processed. Let us say, suppose that this is second bit is being processed now by the CPU. Let us say, okay. Now, in the specific EOI command, when we are using specific EOI command, what happens is that you can choose any of the bits here. You can choose any of these bits, and you can end that particular interrupt. Okay. You can also end this which is being processed. Okay. What does that mean? All these bits are in set mode. For being processed by the processor, one after the other, depending upon the priority. One after the other will be processed. Okay, so those will be in the interrupt service register. Okay, now out of all the bits that are there in the interrupt service register, you can reset any of the bits. Of your choice using specific EOI command. Hope my point is clear. That means out of 60 students in the class, I can pick any of the students and I can throw out of the class. Can I? Okay, I can. Okay. with some reason, I can ask him to get out of my class. Okay. The same thing happens here. Okay. Out of all the interrupts after a priority resolving, I can choose any of the interrupts and I can reset that. That is nothing but specific EOI command. And coming to the non-specific EOI command, that means you are not choosing any particular person. That means you are not choosing any particular interrupt. What happens in non-specific EOI command, which is having highest priority? Which is the highest priority here? As I told you, 2 is the highest priority. And this is being processed, right? That particular interrupt, which is having highest priority, will be automatically reset. Hope it is clear. Okay, that is the difference between specific EOI command and non-specific EOI command. Okay, so what happens in specific EOI command, you can choose the particular bit or the particular interrupt which to get reset. In the non-specific EOI command, the highest priority bit which is being processed, okay, can be reset. Okay. So when a mode that may disturb the fully nested structure is used, 8259 is no longer able to determine the last level acknowledged. So in this case, specific EOI command is issued to reset a particular ISR bit, and an ISR bit that is masked by the corresponding IMR bit will not be cleared by non-specific EOI commands if it is in the special mask mode. This is what you have to understand here. Okay. I'll explain this one last point and I'll close the class for today. If there is anything left, that we'll discuss in the next class. Okay. See, what is he saying here? When a mode that may disturb the fully nested structure is used. Okay, that means if you are working in any other mode, that means if you are working in any other mode than fully nested mode. Okay, we are now discussing about fully nested mode only. Okay, if you are working in any other mode, okay, rather than this particular fully nested mode, then what does this 8259 do? This 8259 is no longer able to determine, this 8259 is no longer able to determine the last level acknowledged. That means it cannot determine the highest priority bit. That means always CPU acknowledges the highest priority interrupt. That is what we have been discussing from starting of this particular 8259. Okay, always a highest priority bit will be acknowledged by the CPU. Okay, but when you are out of this fully nested mode, okay, when you are out of this fully nested mode, then the CPU cannot determine uh, the last highest priority bit. That means what? The last level acknowledged. Okay, it cannot decide the last level acknowledged. Okay, that means it cannot decide the highest priority bit. So in this case, what happens? In this case, a specific EOI command is used. Okay, in this, a specific EOI command is used to reset a particular ISR bit, because the CPU itself cannot recognize this highest priority bit. Okay, so recognition of highest priority bit happens in non-specific EOI command only. Okay, what happens in non-specific EOI command? It chooses a highest priority bit and it resets that. It resets it. That is what happens. But when you are out of this fully nested mode, the CPU cannot recognize or cannot determine that particular what you can say highest priority bit. That is why we are using this specific EOI command, where you can select a particular bit, Okay, CPU might not recognize the highest priority, but you can recognize. But 8259 can recognize the highest priority bit. Okay, so that is why we are using a specific EOI command. Okay, and it is issued to reset a particular ISR bit. Okay, so and you can reset it. Up to here it is clear. Up to here it is clear. Now one more condition arises here. What is the condition here? If that particular bit, okay, if that particular bit of ISR is masked by the IMR. We have IMR also, interrupt mask register. What did I tell you? What does the IMR do? IMR masks the particular bit. If it masks a particular bit, you cannot change the priority level. You cannot change the priority level. That priority level will be fixed for that particular bit. Okay. If it happens, if IMR masks a particular bit, then ISR bit, okay, and that particular bit is in ISR also. Okay, if ISR is having the same bit with the priority level, then that cannot be cleared by the non-specific EOI command. Okay, that particular thing cannot be cleared by the non-specific EOI command. That means non-specific EOI command ends the highest priority bit. And if that particular highest priority bit is in masking mode, then that end of interrupt cannot be done. Then that end of interrupt cannot be done. Then also you have to use what? Specific EOI command only. Then also you have to go for what? Specific EOI command only. Okay. Hope the first mode is clear to you. Everything regarding the fully nested mode, and in the fully nested mode regarding end of interrupt, and in the end of interrupt regarding specific end of interrupt and non-specific end of interrupt. Okay, so what all the next thing that we have is this automatic rotation. Regarding this end of interrupt, we have so many conditions. Okay, we just went through specific and non-specific. Next, we will see regarding the rotation and rotation with conditions. Okay, what is rotation? And the rotation based on different conditions. We can be specific and we can be non-specific also. And that particular rotation can be manual or automatic, like end of interrupt. Okay, so we have end of interrupt that can be done automatically or manually. Okay, end of interrupt can be done automatically or manually. And when you are doing it manually, you have specific or non-specific. Specific or non-specific. Similarly, similar to the end of interrupt, we have a procedure called rotation. What is this rotation? That I will explain. In the rotation also, we have automatic rotation and manual rotation. Okay, automatic rotation and manual rotation. And in the manual rotation, you will have specific manual rotation and what you can say non-specific manual rotation also. Okay, so that we'll see in the next class. And after that, we have this poll command, okay, which I left. And then after we have special fully nested mode. These are all the things that happens in the fully nested mode. Okay, these are all the things that happens in the fully nested mode. And the next one is especially fully nested mode. Okay, so if this is especially fully nested mode, what are all the different things that we have? That also we'll discuss in the next class, and we'll try to complete this 8259 in the next class. Okay, so hope everything is clear to you. If there is any doubt regarding this class, you can ask me, or regarding any class, you can ask me now.